Do you want to successfully complete the D324 objective assessment exam? Then you are in the right place. Our website provides a list of questions and answers for your success in the D324 OA exam for free. We understand that acing your OA exam can be quite challenging. That's why we provide completely free exam guides and practice questions for you. In this video, we will cover questions from Agile frameworks, project planning, project roles, risk management, and project tools. So let's get started. 1. Which Agile framework focuses on visualizing workflows and limiting work in progress to manage project flow effectively? A. Scrum. B. Waterfall. C. Kanban. D. Prince2. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, C. Kanban. Explanation: option C is correct because Kanban is an agile way of managing work that uses a visual board to show all the tasks in a project. A key idea in Kanban is to limit work in progress, which means you only work on a few tasks at a time. This helps the team focus, see where work is getting stuck, and keep things flowing smoothly. Option A is incorrect because Scrum is another agile framework that uses short time-boxed work cycles called sprints to complete work. Option B is incorrect because Waterfall is a traditional project management method that is linear and sequential, not agile or focused on flow in the same way. Option D is incorrect because Prince2 is a structured, process-based project management method, not an agile framework focused on visualizing workflow. 2. In which project management methodology is a project divided into distinct, linear phases with clear milestones and defined responsibilities? A. Waterfall. B. Scrum. C. Extreme programming. D. Prince2. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, D. Prince2. Explanation: option D is correct because Prince2, which stands for Projects in Controlled Environments, is a highly structured project management method. It divides projects into manageable stages with specific tasks, clear start and end points called milestones, and well-defined roles and responsibilities for everyone involved, emphasizing control and organization. Option A is incorrect because while the waterfall model is also linear and phased, Prince2 is a specific, formal methodology known for these characteristics, especially in large-scale government and corporate projects. Option B is incorrect because Scrum is an agile framework that is iterative and flexible, organized into sprints rather than linear phases. Option C is incorrect because Extreme Programming is an agile software development framework focused on technical practices, not on linear project phases. 3. What is a primary characteristic of the waterfall development methodology? A. Iterative development. B. Focus on adaptability. C. Linear, sequential project phases. D. Frequent customer feedback. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. C. Linear, sequential project phases. Explanation: option C is correct because the waterfall methodology follows a strict one-way path. A project is broken down into distinct phases such as requirements, design, implementation, and testing, and each phase must be fully completed before the next one begins, making it a linear and sequential approach. Option A is incorrect because iterative development, where work is done in repeating cycles, is a hallmark of agile methodologies, not waterfall. Option B is incorrect because the waterfall model is rigid and does not easily accommodate changes, in contrast to the high value placed on adaptability in agile. Option D is incorrect because frequent customer feedback is a core principle of Agile, whereas in the waterfall model, customer involvement is typically concentrated at the beginning and end of the project. 4. Which project management framework emphasizes scaling Agile practices across large organizations involving multiple teams and roles? A. Scrum. B. Scaled Agile Framework. C. Kanban. D. Extreme Programming. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, B. Scaled Agile Framework. Explanation: option B is correct because the Scaled Agile Framework, often called SAFe, is specifically designed to help large organizations apply Agile principles when multiple teams are working on complex projects. It provides a structured approach to coordinate the work of many teams and roles to achieve broader business goals. Option A is incorrect because Scrum is typically used for a single small team and does not inherently include practices for coordinating across many teams. Option C is incorrect because Kanban is a method for managing workflow for a team. It does not provide an overarching framework for scaling Agile across an entire organization. Option D is incorrect because extreme programming is a set of software engineering practices for a development team, not a framework for large-scale organizational agility. Five. A software development team wants to implement a customer-focused Agile framework that emphasizes adaptive planning and iterative delivery. Which framework should they use? A. Waterfall. B. Prince2. C. Scrum. D. Kanban. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, C. Scrum. Explanation: option C is correct because Scrum is a customer-focused Agile framework that excels in environments where requirements may change. It uses adaptive planning and delivers working software in short, regular cycles called sprints, which allows for iterative delivery and frequent feedback from stakeholders. Option A is incorrect because the waterfall methodology is a rigid, linear process that does not support adaptive planning or iterative delivery well. Option B is incorrect because Prince2 is a highly structured and formal methodology that is less adaptive than Agile frameworks like Scrum. Option D is incorrect because while Kanban is an Agile method, its primary focus is on visualizing workflow and managing flow, not necessarily the structured, time-boxed, iterative delivery cycles found in Scrum. 6. In which Agile framework is the focus on software engineering practices to ensure higher quality code and a better developer experience? A. Scrum. B. Scaled Agile Framework. C. Kanban. D. Extreme Programming. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, D. Extreme Programming. Explanation: option D is correct because extreme programming is an Agile framework that places a strong emphasis on technical practices to produce high-quality software. XP includes practices like pair programming, test-driven development, and continuous integration, all aimed at improving code quality and the developer experience. Option A is incorrect because Scrum is a framework for managing work and delivering products, but it does not prescribe specific engineering practices. Option B is incorrect because the Scaled Agile framework is for applying Agile at a large organizational scale, not for specific team-level engineering practices. Option C is incorrect because Kanban is a method for visualizing and managing workflow. It does not focus on specific software engineering techniques. 7. What methodology focuses on the integration of development and operations teams to improve collaboration and streamline the software development lifecycle? A. Scrum. B. DevOps. C. waterfall, D. Prince2? Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, B. DevOps. Explanation: option B is correct because DevOps is a cultural philosophy and set of practices that combine software development and IT operations. The goal is to break down silos between these teams, improve collaboration, and automate the software delivery process to make it faster and more reliable. Option A is incorrect because Scrum is an agile framework for managing project work, not a methodology for integrating development and operations teams. Option C is incorrect because Waterfall is a linear development methodology that typically reinforces the separation between development and operations teams. Option D is incorrect because Prince2 is a structured project management methodology and does not specifically address the collaboration between development and operations. 8. Which project management methodology emphasizes rigid structure, defined roles, and documentation, and is used widely in government projects? A. Scrum, B. Prince2, C. Kanban, D. Extreme programming. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, B. Prince2. Explanation: option B is correct because Prince2 is a process-based methodology known for its rigid structure, clearly defined roles and responsibilities, and emphasis on comprehensive documentation. Its formal and controlled nature makes it a popular choice for large organizations and government projects. Option A is incorrect because Scrum is an agile framework that's flexible and less focused on extensive documentation and rigid structure. Option C is incorrect because Kanban is an agile method that values flexibility and visual workflow management over rigid structure and heavy documentation. Option D is incorrect because Extreme Programming is an agile software development framework that prioritizes working software and developer practices over extensive documentation. 9. What is the primary objective of a project within a portfolio? A. To improve company profitability. B. To achieve a specific, clearly defined objective. C. To manage a program. D. To balance resource allocation. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, B. To achieve a specific, clearly defined objective. Explanation: option B is correct because a project is, by definition, a temporary endeavour undertaken to create a unique product, service, or result. Its primary purpose is to meet a specific, clear objective that defines its success. Option A is incorrect because while a project may contribute to company profitability, this is a broader business goal, not the direct primary objective of the project itself. Option C is incorrect because a project can be part of a program, but managing the program is the role of a program manager, not the objective of a single project. Option D is incorrect because balancing resource allocation is a project management activity performed to support the project, not its ultimate objective. 10. Which project artifact creates a shared understanding of how a project result should look, behave, and be used, ensuring stakeholder alignment? A. Schedule. B. Budget. C. Requirements. D. Scope baseline. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, C. Requirements. Explanation: option C is correct because requirements are detailed descriptions of the features, functions, and performance of the final product. Documenting and agreeing upon requirements with all stakeholders creates a shared vision and ensures everyone is aligned on what the project will deliver. Option A is incorrect because the schedule outlines the project timeline and task durations, not the characteristics of the final result. Option B is incorrect because the budget details the financial plan for the project, not the functional and non-functional aspects of the deliverable. Option D is incorrect because the scope baseline is the approved version of the project scope, which is defined by the project requirements, but the requirements themselves are the detailed descriptions. 11. What is the key document that provides a detailed description of how a vendor will deliver the work outlined in the project's request for proposal? A. Scope baseline. B. Risk register. C. Procurement statement of work. D. Project roadmap. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, C. Procurement statement of work. Explanation. Option C is correct because a procurement statement of work is a detailed document created by a vendor in response to an RFP. It describes exactly what work the vendor will perform, the deliverables, timeline, costs, and other terms, forming a critical part of the procurement agreement. Option A is incorrect because the scope baseline is an internal project document that defines the approved project scope. Option B is incorrect because the risk register is a document used to track potential project risks, not to detail a vendor's work. Option D is incorrect because a project roadmap is a high-level visual summary of the project's major phases and goals, not a detailed procurement document. 12. What process ensures that a project's deliverables meet documented standards and quality criteria before they are released to the customer? A. Validation. B. Quality assurance. C. Verification. D. Inspection. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, C. Verification. Explanation. Option C is correct because the verification process is focused on confirming that deliverables are built correctly and meet the specified technical standards and quality criteria. It internally answers the question, did we build the product right? Option A is incorrect because validation is the process of checking whether the final product meets the customer's actual needs and is fit for use. Answering the question, did we build the right product? Option B is incorrect because quality assurance is a proactive, process-focused activity that aims to prevent defects by improving the processes used to create the deliverables. Option D is incorrect because an inspection is a specific activity, a tool used during the verification and quality control processes to examine a work product. (13) Which role within a project is responsible for approving or denying change requests after their impact has been assessed? A. Project sponsor. B. Change control board. C. Project manager. D. Change requester. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, B. Change control board. Explanation. Option B is correct because a change control board is a formal group of stakeholders responsible for reviewing, evaluating, and approving or denying change requests. They make decisions based on the assessed impact on the project's scope, schedule, and budget. Option A is incorrect because while the project sponsor may have ultimate authority or be a member of the CCB is the designated body for formally reviewing change requests. Option C is incorrect because the project manager typically analyses the impact of a change and presents it to the CCB for a decision, but usually does not have the sole authority to approve it. Option D is incorrect because the change requester is the person who submits the change request, not the one who approves it. 14. Which chart helps a project manager track the status of tasks against time, with tasks represented on the y-axis and time on the x-axis? A. Pareto chart. B. Fishbone diagram. C. Gantt chart. D. Scatter diagram. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, C. Gantt chart. Explanation: option C is correct because a Gantt chart is a bar chart used in project management that displays project tasks along the vertical axis and a timeline along the horizontal axis. The length and position of the bars represent the start date, duration, and end date of each task, making it ideal for tracking schedule progress. Option A is incorrect because a Pareto chart is used to identify the most significant factors in a set of data, often showing the frequency of problems in descending order. Option B is incorrect because a fishbone diagram, or cause and effect diagram, is a tool used for brainstorming the potential causes of a specific problem. Option D is incorrect because a scatter diagram is a graph that plots data points to show the relationship or correlation between two variables. 15. What is the process of delaying certain tasks to create a more even distribution of resources across a project without affecting its overall timeline? A. Resource leveling. B. Resource smoothing. C. Fast tracking. D. Crashing. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, B. Resource smoothing. Explanation: option B is correct because resource smoothing is a technique used to adjust the start and end dates of tasks within their available float or slack. The goal is to even out resource usage and avoid peaks and troughs in workload, all while ensuring the project's critical path and completion date are not changed. Option A is incorrect because resource leveling is a more aggressive technique that resolves resource over-allocations, but it may change the project's critical path and extend the overall timeline. Option C is incorrect because fast tracking is a schedule compression technique where tasks are performed in parallel to shorten the project duration. Option D is incorrect because crashing is a schedule compression technique where additional resources are added to tasks to shorten their duration, which typically increases costs. 16. Which project document provides a path between a project's requirements and the artifacts that resolve them, including deliverables and test results? A. Risk report. B. Issue log. C. Requirements traceability matrix. D. WBS dictionary. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, C. Requirements traceability matrix. Explanation: option C is correct because a requirements traceability matrix is a document that traces each requirement from its origin to its fulfillment. It links requirements to other project artifacts, like design documents, deliverables, and test cases, ensuring that no requirement is overlooked. Option A is incorrect because a risk report summarizes information about project risks, not the traceability of requirements. Option B is incorrect because an issue log is used to track problems and conflicts that have already occurred during the project. Option D is incorrect because a WBS dictionary provides detailed information about the individual work packages in the work breakdown structure, but it does not trace requirements. 17. Which of the following describes the process of controlling project changes and ensuring that only approved changes are implemented? A. Scope management. B. Change control process. C. Risk analysis. D. Validation. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, B. Change control process. Explanation: Option B is correct because a change control process is the formal set of procedures used to manage and control changes to a project's baseline. It involves submitting, analysing, approving or rejecting, and implementing change requests in a structured manner. Option A is incorrect because scope management is the broader process of defining, developing, and controlling what is and is not included in the project. Option C is incorrect because risk analysis is the process of identifying and assessing potential future events that could impact the project. Option D is incorrect because validation is the process of confirming that the project's deliverables meet the customer's needs. 18. Which of the following is used to compare the current state of a project to a desired future state, identifying gaps and opportunities for improvement? A. Scope analysis. B. Gap analysis. C. Risk assessment. D. Stakeholder analysis. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, B. Gap analysis. Explanation. Option B is correct because a gap analysis is a method of assessing the differences between an actual state and a desired future state. By identifying these gaps, a team can determine what steps need to be taken to achieve its goals and find opportunities for improvement. Option A is incorrect because scope analysis is focused on defining and understanding the boundaries and deliverables of the project. Option C is incorrect because risk assessment is the process of identifying potential risks and evaluating their potential impact on the project. Option D is incorrect because stakeholder analysis is the process of identifying project stakeholders and analysing their interests, influence, and expectations. 19. What tool tracks and organises potential project risks, ensuring they are documented, assessed, and monitored throughout the project lifecycle? A. Issue log. B. Risk register. C. Change log. D. WBS dictionary. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, B. Risk register. Explanation. Option B is correct because a risk register is a central document used to record all identified project risks. It includes details such as the nature of the risk, its probability and impact, the response plan, and the person responsible for managing it, and is updated throughout the project. Option A is incorrect because an issue log tracks problems that have already occurred, whereas a risk register tracks potential future problems. Option C is incorrect because a change log is used to record information about all change requests submitted during a project. Option D is incorrect because a WBS dictionary provides detailed descriptions of the work packages in the work breakdown structure. 20. Which document outlines the problem statement, expected outcomes, and financial implications of a project, helping stakeholders assess its viability? A. Business case. B. Executive summary. C. Project charter. D. Risk register. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, A. Business case. Explanation. Option A is correct because a business case is a document that provides justification for undertaking a project. It typically includes a description of the problem or opportunity, the expected benefits and outcomes, and a financial analysis of the costs and benefits to help decision makers determine if the project is viable. Option B is incorrect because an executive summary is a brief overview of a larger document, which could be a business case, but it is not the detailed justification itself. Option C is incorrect because a project charter is the document that formally authorises the existence of a project and provides the project manager with the authority to apply resources. Option D is incorrect because a risk register is a document used to log and monitor potential project risks. 21. A project manager has a resource who is working on multiple projects simultaneously. What type of resource is this? A. Dedicated resource. B. Benched resource. C. Shared resource. D. Functional resource. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, C. Shared resource. Explanation. Option C is correct because a shared resource is an individual piece of equipment or facility whose time and effort are divided among multiple projects or between project work and operational duties. Managing shared resources requires careful coordination of priorities and schedules. Option A is incorrect because a dedicated resource is assigned to work full-time on a single project. Option B is incorrect because a benched resource is an employee who is currently between assignments and not actively working on a billable project. Option D is incorrect because a functional resource refers to a resource belonging to a specific department or functional unit. Like the engineering or marketing department, this person could be either dedicated or shared. 22. What method is used to estimate project duration by using historical data from similar past projects to predict the duration of future tasks? A. 3-point estimating. B. Parametric estimating. C. Analogous estimating. D. Bottom-up estimating. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, C. Analogous estimating. Explanation. Option C is correct because analogous estimating, also known as top-down estimating, uses data and expert judgment from a similar past project to estimate the duration or cost of a current project. It is often used early in the project lifecycle when detailed information is limited. Option A is incorrect because 3-point estimating uses 3 estimates: optimistic, pessimistic, and most likely, to calculate an expected duration, accounting for uncertainty. Option B is incorrect because parametric estimating uses a statistical relationship between historical data and a variable to calculate an estimate. Option D is incorrect because bottom-up estimating involves estimating the duration of individual work packages and then aggregating them to get a total project estimate. 23. Which process involves creating a detailed cost estimate for each work package and then aggregating those estimates to determine the project budget? A. Analogous estimating. B. Bottom-up estimating. C. Parametric estimating. D. 3-point estimating. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, B. Bottom-up estimating. Explanation. Option B is correct because bottom-up estimating is a detailed estimation technique where the project is broken down into its smallest components or work packages. The cost of each individual component is estimated, and these costs are then summed up or aggregated to arrive at a total project cost estimate. Option A is incorrect because analogous estimating is a high-level technique that uses a similar past project as a basis for the estimate. Option C is incorrect because parametric estimating uses a statistical model or unit rate to calculate the estimate. Option D is incorrect because 3-point estimating uses optimistic, pessimistic, and most likely scenarios to calculate an estimate and account for uncertainty. 24. Which chart is used in project management to show the correlation between 2 variables and helps identify possible causes of project issues? A. Fishbone diagram. B. Scatter diagram. C. Control chart. D. Run chart. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, B, scatter diagram. Explanation, option B is correct because a scatter diagram, or scatter plot, is a graph that plots data points to visualize the relationship, or correlation, between two numerical variables. By observing the pattern of the dots, a project team can determine if one factor might be influencing another, which is useful in root cause analysis. Option A is incorrect because a fishbone diagram is specifically designed for brainstorming and categorizing the potential causes of a problem. Option C is incorrect because a control chart is used to monitor a process over time to see if it is stable and within acceptable limits. Option D is incorrect because a run chart plots data points in chronological order to observe trends or patterns over time. 25. Which project role is responsible for defining the vision of a product and ensuring that the development team builds what the customer needs? A, Scrum Master, B, Project Sponsor, C, Product Owner, D, Program Manager. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, C, Product Owner. Explanation, option C is correct because in agile methodologies like Scrum, the product owner is the voice of the customer. This role is responsible for creating a clear product vision, defining and prioritizing the product backlog, and ensuring the development team builds a product that delivers value and meets customer needs. Option A is incorrect because the Scrum Master is a facilitator and coach for the development team, helping them follow Scrum principles and remove impediments. Option B is incorrect because the project sponsor champions the project and provides the necessary resources and funding, but does not define the day-to-day product vision. Option D is incorrect because a program manager oversees a group of related projects, but is not responsible for the detailed product vision of a single project. 26. Which project management tool visually represents the sequence of project activities, including their duration and dependencies? A, Gantt chart, B, project network diagram, C, fishbone diagram, D, burn down chart. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, B, project network diagram. Explanation, option B is correct because a project network diagram is a flowchart that illustrates the logical sequence of project activities. It clearly shows the dependencies between tasks, which tasks must be completed before others can begin, and is used to determine the project's critical path. Option A is incorrect because while a Gantt chart shows tasks on a timeline and can indicate dependencies, its primary focus is on the schedule, whereas a network diagram's primary focus is on the logical sequence and interdependencies. Option C is incorrect because a fishbone diagram is a tool for identifying the potential causes of a problem. Option D is incorrect because a burn down chart is used in agile projects to track the amount of work remaining over time. 27. What type of testing evaluates a system's performance under extreme load conditions to ensure it can handle more than the expected workload? A, smoke testing, B, unit testing, C, stress testing, D, user acceptance testing. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, C, stress testing. Explanation, option C is correct because stress testing deliberately pushes a system beyond its normal operational capacity to see how it performs under extreme load. The goal is to identify the system's breaking point and how it recovers from failure. Option A is incorrect because smoke testing is a preliminary test to check if the most crucial functions of a program work, without getting into finer details. Option B is incorrect because unit testing involves testing individual components or small pieces of code in isolation to ensure they work correctly. Option D is incorrect because user acceptance testing is performed by end users to confirm that the system meets their business requirements before it is deployed. 28. What project document summarizes the information about individual project risks and the overall risk level of the project? A. Risk register. B. Issue log. C. Risk report. D. Defect log. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, C. Risk report. Explanation. Option C is correct because a risk report is a project document that summarizes information on individual project risks and the overall level of project risk. It communicates the key findings of the risk management process to stakeholders. Option A is incorrect because the risk register is the detailed log where individual risks are identified, analysed, and tracked. A risk report is often a summary of the information contained in the risk register. Option B is incorrect because an issue log is used to document and track problems that have already occurred. Option D is incorrect because a defect log is used to track bugs or flaws found in a product, typically during testing. 29. Which process ensures that only the necessary team members are responsible for the work needed to deliver a project's outcomes? A. Resource loading. B. Resource smoothing. C. Responsibility assignment matrix. D. Task scheduling. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, C. Responsibility assignment matrix. Explanation. Option C is correct because a responsibility assignment matrix, such as a RASI chart, is a tool used to clarify roles and responsibilities. It maps out who is responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed for each task, ensuring that all work is assigned to the appropriate team members. Option A is incorrect because resource loading refers to the amount of work assigned to each resource over a specific period. Option B is incorrect because resource smoothing is a technique for optimizing resource allocation without changing the project's end date. Option D is incorrect because task scheduling is the process of determining the timeline and sequence of project tasks. 30. Which of the following allows multiple users to work on the same file simultaneously, streamlining collaborative project tasks? A. Text editors. B. Real-time multi-authoring editing software. C. File sharing platforms. D. Diagramming tools. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, B. Real-time multi-authoring editing software. Explanation. Option B is correct because real-time multi-authoring editing software, such as Google Docs or Microsoft 365, is specifically designed to allow multiple users to edit the same file at the same time. Users can see each other's changes as they happen, which greatly enhances collaboration. Option A is incorrect because traditional text editors are typically designed for single-user editing. Option C is incorrect because file-sharing platforms like Dropbox allow users to store and share files, but they do not always support simultaneous, real-time editing of the files themselves. Option D is incorrect because while some modern diagramming tools have collaborative features, the term describes the specific software capability, not just the tool category. 31. What chart helps project managers track the remaining work to be completed over time, often used in agile projects? A. Burn down chart. B. Fishbone diagram. C. Control chart. D. Gantt chart. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer. A. Burn down chart. Explanation. Option A is correct because a burn down chart is a graph that shows the amount of work remaining in a project or sprint against time. It is commonly used in agile methodologies like Scrum to visually track progress and predict whether the team will complete the work on schedule. Option B is incorrect because a fishbone diagram is used for root cause analysis to identify potential causes of a problem. Option C is incorrect because a control chart monitors a process over time to determine if it is stable and within predefined limits. Option D is incorrect because a Gantt chart is a bar chart that illustrates the project schedule and task durations. 32. What role focuses on coaching the development team and ensuring that they adhere to the Scrum framework and Agile principles? A. Product owner. B. Scrum master. C. Project manager. D. Business analyst. Do you know the answer? Correct answer. B. Scrum master. Explanation. Option B is correct because the Scrum master acts as a servant leader and coach for the Scrum team. Their primary responsibilities include facilitating Scrum events, removing impediments, and ensuring the team understands and follows the Scrum framework and Agile principles. Option A is incorrect because the product owner is responsible for defining the product vision and managing the product backlog. Option C is incorrect because while a traditional project manager also leads a team, the Scrum Master role is distinct and focused on facilitation and coaching within the Scrum framework. Option D is incorrect because a business analyst typically focuses on identifying business needs and defining requirements. 33. Which project process involves managing all change requests and ensures only authorized changes are implemented into the project? A. Change control process. B. Risk management process. C. Verification process. D. Validation process. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. A. Change control process. Explanation. Option A is correct because the change control process provides a formal, structured approach for managing all change requests. It ensures that every request is documented, assessed for its impact, and then approved or rejected by an authorized body before being implemented, preventing uncontrolled scope creep. Option B is incorrect because the risk management process is concerned with identifying, analyzing, and responding to potential future events. Option C is incorrect because the verification process confirms that deliverables meet documented standards and specifications. Option D is incorrect because the validation process ensures that the final product meets the customer's needs. 34. Which report provides continuous updates on key performance indicators and trends, offering real-time insights into project progress? A. Risk report. B. Project dashboard. C. Status report. D. Issue log. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer. B. Project dashboard. Explanation. Option B is correct because a project dashboard is a visual, at-a-glance tool that displays key performance indicators, metrics, and trends in real-time or near real-time. It provides a quick and easy way for stakeholders to monitor the project's health and progress. Option A is incorrect because a risk report is a document that summarizes project risks, not a real-time display of all KPIs. Option C is incorrect because a status report is typically a static document issued periodically and does not provide continuous, real-time updates like a dashboard. Option D is incorrect because an issue log is a document used to track specific problems that have occurred during the project. 35. Which team member is responsible for writing code in a software development project? A. Architect, B. Developer, C. Business analyst, D. Product owner. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, B. Developer. Explanation: option B is correct because a developer, also known as a programmer or software engineer, is the team member whose primary responsibility is to write, test, and maintain the source code that makes a software application function. Option A is incorrect because an architect is responsible for designing the high-level structure of the software system, not for writing the detailed code. Option C is incorrect because a business analyst works to understand and document the business requirements for the software. Option D is incorrect because the product owner is responsible for defining the product vision and prioritizing features for the development team. 36. Which diagram is used in root cause analysis to identify the various factors contributing to a specific project issue or problem? A. Fishbone diagram, B. Scatter diagram, C. Pareto chart, D. Run chart. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, A. Fishbone diagram. Explanation: option A is correct because a fishbone diagram, also known as an Ishikawa or cause and effect diagram, is a tool used to brainstorm and visually organize the potential causes of a specific problem. It categorizes causes into different groups, helping teams perform a thorough root cause analysis. Option B is incorrect because a scatter diagram is used to show the relationship or correlation between two variables. Option C is incorrect because a Pareto chart is a bar chart that helps identify the most frequent causes of a problem, based on the 80/20 rule. Option D is incorrect because a run chart plots data points over time to identify trends or patterns. 37. Which testing process is conducted by end users to confirm that the system functions according to their requirements before accepting the final product? A. Regression testing, B. Performance testing, C. Stress testing, D. User acceptance testing. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, D. User acceptance testing. Explanation: option D is correct because user acceptance testing is the final phase of testing where the actual end users test the software to see if it meets their business needs and requirements in a real-world scenario. Their approval or acceptance is often required before the system is deployed. Option A is incorrect because regression testing is performed to ensure that new code changes have not negatively impacted existing functionality. Option B is incorrect because performance testing evaluates how a system performs in terms of responsiveness and stability under a normal workload. Option C is incorrect because stress testing evaluates a system's performance under extreme conditions beyond its normal workload. 38. A project manager needs to ensure that confidential company assets such as patents and trade secrets are protected. What type of protection should be used? A. General Data Protection Regulation, B. Intellectual property, C. Facility access, D. Risk management. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, B. Intellectual property. Explanation: option B is correct because intellectual property refers to creations of the mind, such as inventions, literary and artistic works, designs, symbols, names and images used in commerce. It includes patents, trademarks, copyrights, and trade secrets, which are the legal mechanisms for protecting these confidential assets. Option A is incorrect because GDPR is a specific regulation concerning data protection and privacy for individuals within the European Union, not a general term for protecting company assets. Option C is incorrect because facility access refers to the physical security of a building or location, not the protection of intangible assets like patents. Option D is incorrect because risk management is the overall process of identifying and mitigating potential threats to a project, which would include threats to IP, but IP is the specific type of protection. 39. What project document is updated regularly to reflect the current status of change requests and their progress through the change control process? A. Change log. B. Risk register. C. Issue log. D. Project charter. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, A. Changelog. Explanation. Option A is correct because a changelog is a document used to record all change requests submitted during a project. It is continuously updated to track the status of each request, whether it is pending, approved, rejected, or implemented, as it moves through the change control process. Option B is incorrect because a risk register is used to track potential future events that could impact the project. Option C is incorrect because an issue log is used to track current problems or questions that require resolution. Option D is incorrect because the project charter is a document created at the beginning of a project to formally authorize it. It is not used to track ongoing changes. 40. Which type of contract is best suited when the project scope is clearly defined and no significant changes are expected? A. Cost plus incentives fee. B. Firm fixed price. C. Time and material contract. D. Fixed price with economic adjustments. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, B. Firm fixed price. Explanation. Option B is correct because a firm fixed price contract is an agreement where the price is set at the outset and is not subject to change unless the scope of work changes. This type of contract is most suitable when the requirements are well defined and the risk of unexpected changes is low. Option A is incorrect because a cost plus incentive fee contract is used when the scope is less certain, as it reimburses the seller for costs and includes an incentive for meeting performance targets. Option C is incorrect because a time and material contract is used when the scope of work is not well defined, as it pays for the time and materials used. Option D is incorrect because a fixed price with economic price adjustment contract is a fixed price contract that includes a provision to adjust the price based on changing economic conditions, such as inflation. 41. Which type of test is conducted after making changes to a system to ensure no new defects have been introduced into existing functionality? A. Smoke testing. B. Regression testing. C. Unit testing. D. Stress testing. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, B. Regression testing. Explanation. Option B is correct because regression testing is the process of rerunning tests on existing functionality after a code change has been made. Its purpose is to ensure that the new changes have not inadvertently broken any previously working parts of the system. Option A is incorrect because smoke testing is a quick initial test to ensure the most critical functions of the software are working. Option C is incorrect because unit testing involves testing individual components or pieces of code in isolation. Option D is incorrect because stress testing evaluates the system's performance under extreme load conditions. 42. What method estimates project duration or cost by using parameters in a mathematical model to predict outcomes? A. Parametric estimating. B. Analogous estimating. C. Bottom-up estimating. D. Three-point estimating. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, A. Parametric estimating. Explanation: Option A is correct because parametric estimating uses a statistical relationship between historical data and other variables to calculate an estimate. For example, if historical data shows it costs $150 to build 1 square foot of a wall, this parameter can be used in a mathematical model to estimate the cost of a new 500 square foot wall. Option B is incorrect because analogous estimating uses the duration or cost of a similar past project as a whole to estimate the current project. Option C is incorrect because bottom-up estimating involves estimating the cost or duration of individual work packages and then aggregating them for a project total. Option D is incorrect because three-point estimating uses 3 different estimates to calculate a more accurate estimate that accounts for uncertainty. 43. Which type of diagram helps project teams identify how frequently certain issues or defects occur, allowing them to prioritize efforts for improvement? A. Pareto chart. B. Scatter diagram. C. Run chart. D. Fishbone diagram. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, A. Pareto chart. Explanation: Option A is correct because a Pareto chart is a combination of a bar chart and a line graph where individual values are represented in descending order by bars, and the cumulative total is represented by the line. It is based on the Pareto principle and helps teams identify and prioritize the few most significant causes of the majority of problems. Option B is incorrect because a scatter diagram is used to show the relationship between 2 variables. Option C is incorrect because a run chart plots data over time to identify trends or patterns. Option D is incorrect because a fishbone diagram is used to brainstorm the potential causes of a problem. 44. Which term describes an unexpected event that has already occurred and impacted the project negatively? A. Issue. B. Risk. C. Opportunity. D. Milestone. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, A. Issue. Explanation: Option A is correct because in project management, an issue is a problem or obstacle that has already happened and is currently impacting the project. Unlike a risk, which is a potential future event, an issue is a current reality that requires resolution. Option B is incorrect because a risk is an uncertain event that may or may not occur in the future and could have a positive or negative impact on the project. Option C is incorrect because an opportunity is a type of positive risk, a potential future event that could benefit the project. Option D is incorrect because a milestone is a significant point or event in a project's timeline used to mark progress. It is not an unexpected event. 45. What type of report provides a summary of the current status of project risks and how they are being managed? A. Risk register. B. Issue log. C. Risk report. D. Project charter. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, C. Risk report. Explanation: Option C is correct because a risk report is a project document that summarizes information about the overall project risk, as well as the status of individual risks. It is used to communicate key risk information to stakeholders and is an output of the risk management processes. Option A is incorrect because the risk register is the detailed log where all individual risks and their attributes are documented. The risk report summarizes this information. Option B is incorrect because an issue log is used to track problems that have already occurred. Option D is incorrect because the project charter is the document that formally authorizes the project at its inception. 46. What project role is responsible for ensuring that the work required for the project is completed and that all project objectives are met? A. Project sponsor. B. Project manager. C. Scrum master. D. Product owner. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, B. Project manager. Explanation: option B is correct because the project manager is the person with the overall responsibility for the successful initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, and closure of a project. They are accountable for ensuring the project meets its objectives and delivers the required outcomes. Option A is incorrect because the project sponsor is the individual who champions the project and provides the necessary financial resources, but is not involved in the day-to-day management. Option C is incorrect because a Scrum Master is a facilitator and coach for an agile team, not the person with overall responsibility for meeting project objectives. Option D is incorrect because a product owner in an agile project is responsible for defining the product vision and prioritizing requirements, not for the overall management of the project work. 47. Which contract type involves reimbursing the seller for all costs and then providing an additional fee based on the buyer's subjective assessment of performance? A. Firm fixed price. B. Cost plus fixed fee. C. Cost plus award fee. D. Time and material. What do you think is the answer? Correct answer, C. Cost plus award fee. Explanation: option C is correct because in a cost plus award fee contract, the seller is reimbursed for all allowable costs, and they can earn an additional award fee based on the buyer's subjective evaluation of their performance against established criteria. Option A is incorrect because a firm fixed price contract has a single set price that does not change. Option B is incorrect because in a cost plus fixed fee contract, the seller is reimbursed for costs plus a fee that is fixed at the beginning of the contract and does not change based on performance. Option D is incorrect because a time and material contract pays the seller based on the hours worked and the cost of materials used. 48. Which project document is used to record and track all issues encountered during a project and ensures they are addressed appropriately? A. Risk register. B. Issue log. C. Change log. D. Defect log. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, B. Issue log. Explanation: option B is correct because an issue log is a project document where all issues, problems, questions, or conflicts that have arisen are recorded and tracked. It helps ensure that issues are monitored, assigned to someone for resolution, and closed out in a timely manner. Option A is incorrect because a risk register is used to track potential future problems, not issues that have already occurred. Option C is incorrect because a change log is used to track requests to change the project's scope, schedule, or budget. Option D is incorrect because a defect log is specifically used to track bugs or flaws found in a product, which is a type of issue, but an issue log is more comprehensive. 49. What chart is often used during the project initiation phase to visually represent the project timeline and major milestones? A. Pareto chart. B. Run chart. C. Milestone chart. D. Fishbone diagram. Do you know the answer? Correct answer, C. Milestone chart. Explanation: option C is correct because a milestone chart provides a high-level visual representation of the project timeline. It focuses only on marking the major milestones or significant events, making it a simple and effective tool for communicating the overall schedule to stakeholders during the early phases of a project. Option A is incorrect because a Pareto chart is used to prioritize the causes of problems by frequency. Option B is incorrect because a run chart plots data over time to observe trends, not to display a project timeline. Option D is incorrect because a fishbone diagram is used for brainstorming the potential causes of a problem. 50. Which estimation technique involves using 3 different estimates to predict the likely duration or cost of a project activity? A. Parametric estimating. B. Analogous estimating. C. Bottom-up estimating. D. 3-point estimating. Can you guess the answer? Correct answer, D. 3-point estimating. Explanation: option D is correct because 3-point estimating is a technique that uses 3 estimates to define a range of possibilities for an activity's duration or cost, the optimistic, pessimistic, and most likely values. These points are then used to calculate a more accurate expected estimate. Option A is incorrect because parametric estimating uses a statistical relationship between variables and historical data to calculate an estimate. Option B is incorrect because analogous estimating uses historical data from a similar past project as the basis for the estimate. Option C is incorrect because bottom-up estimating involves breaking down the project into smaller components, estimating each one, and then aggregating the estimates. You have reached the end of our first question set. For the free complete exam preparation, visit our website link in the description, where you find thousands more practice questions and comprehensive study guides. Thanks for studying with us today. See you in the next video.